emotional. I love it. I love it. I feel like I'm in like the real.
Sure, you want to
the
keep up
real deal.
OnlyFans too.
I don't got this set up at my OnlyFans. Maybe if I did, I'd stay. The fuck?
Okay.
Can you imagine this lighting?
Okay, let's get started.
They're like, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I am here with Nikki Sotelo, longtime friend. And yeah, I'm starting a podcast, and of course she's supporting me, and I appreciate it.
And I'm one of the first.
Yes, one of the first. I actually want to tell everyone when we met. Like, what was your first impression of me? And then I'll tell you what I thought about you.
Did not like her. Not. Actually, it wasn't even I didn't like you. I don't know.
I'm waiting.
No, we didn't like each other, right? It was just like a little bit, it was like more like a competitive situation, I feel like.
Well, the way I remember it is.
Okay, here we go.
The real story is.
I already know too because I've heard you tell it. Like, I already know that I was like, I know how to fucking pose.
Yes, I was directing her on how I wanted her to pose her body, and she was like,
and I don't really like being told what to do unless it's by a man.
I directed her, and she was like, bitch, I don't know who the hell you think you are.
I didn't say that, but then
In her head, she said that. And then we went our separate ways. It was for a magazine. And then we went our separate ways. And then a couple weeks later.
This is your favorite part of the story, huh?
A couple weeks later, she begged me. No, I'm joking. She called me and asked me to help her start NikkiSotelo.com. XOXO NikkiSotelo.com.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, so that's kind of how it started. And I felt like we were making it up. Me and Nikki were so detailed with like the sets.
It was so stupid.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Like we'd be like, it's Valentine's Day, so we're gonna do cookies, and we're gonna do like Cupid's bows, and we're gonna do
I think it was more like, we want this artsy angle at the POV, and we're gonna do like the boobs here and the feet here, and we're gonna go from up here. And nobody cares about that. They're like, oh, look at that angle. Oh, look at
the art. Look at the art on that one. But no, we would come up with like these elaborate plans.
No, and then we'd be on like location, like say we go to the Bahamas, and she's like, let me get the background. I'm like, they don't care about the background. They're like, oh, the beach.
No, she was equally there. Like we did like this Christmas set, and we did like the naughty list, and we literally thought of our favorite of Nikki's.
Oh, like the name, like we're very, very attention to detail.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
some people appreciate it, but it was the men, like just very little handful.
That appreciated it.
Appreciate it.
And when we were doing it, of course, nobody was doing that type of content.
Yeah, and it was so hard for me because like we would have like fire ass pictures, and I couldn't share it on social media because it was all like nudity and like
constantly getting deleted.
Yeah, and it's not even something that I could share on a big platform like OnlyFans because
it
didn't exist. Yeah, mm-hmm. And the crazy thing is somebody had asked me to do OnlyFans when OnlyFans had just started. It started around the same time as Cam Soda started.
Jumped on that.
Yeah, but I said. It was the same guy that asked me to do Cam Soda. They were like, they're starting this new thing. It's called OnlyFans. And I was like, I'm oversaturated. I got my website. I got this. I got that. And you know that entrepreneur, like, oh, I'm going to make more money working for myself. And I just never did it. And can you imagine if I started when it started, I would have been...
We would have been retired.
I would have retired.
Okay, so
I would have this set up already. This would be my fucking 2 sets of $8,000 lights.
So you were talking about how we used to travel to different locations. I mean, we went quite a few countries: Mexico, Bahamas, DR.
And that was really nice to be able to play that off as work. You know what I mean?
I mean, we did work.
Yeah, that's what was nice about it because we really went and we got to go on location. Like we'd say, I want to go here. Okay, let's work.
There's a few times when we went places and our budget traveling put us in some really weird situations. Like Nikki Nikki picked this great hotel in Atlanta.
I mean, we'd be lucky if we're at a hotel. We're normally on one of your friends' couches.
True, or sleeping together in a bed.
You're like, oh, I know somebody. We're gonna stay. We're sometimes not even in a couch. I mean, I'm pretty sure I slept on the floor.
But one time, Nikki picked. It was a motel. It definitely was not a hotel.
I picked it myself?
Yes, she did. And it was like behind Pink Pony.
Oh, I remember. Okay, this is the story with the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And any opportunity to shoot otherwise, I was taking. So I found this like model on Model Mayhem, and it was like this white guy, and he had like long hair and a beard and all of that.
He was giving like, I don't want to say it. Can I say it? No.
Say it.
No.
Wait. No, don't say it.
Okay,
I'll
I can't say it. But maybe I should say it. Controversial is good.
Yeah, go ahead, say it.
No, I can't say it.
Anyways, he had a very edgy look, right?
Yeah, there you go. Edgy is what it is.
Yeah. So
not modern edgy, grunge edgy. Edgy like an ashtray on the floor.
Yeah, so
dirty needles.
Us being visual people and staying in this really suspect hotel room. I mean,
we thought that it would play off better if we gave him a really grungy background
and a set.
And I think it turned out he was really like religious
and anti. And Nikki was like, let's pretend Coke, and he was pissed.
I didn't say pretend.
It wasn't pretend.
Who the fuck said pretend? I don't fuck like that. I don't
What if I
like
want
that.
this show on YouTube? Like,
oh, am I?
no, it's not gonna make it.
Oh,
Anyway.
okay. But no, it is. No, where's this show
it's
going to be
just
on?
not I can't get the kid viewers.
No, but I mean, is this podcast going to be on YouTube?
I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go
Okay,
along.
we'll see.
Anyways, and then there was another time in Mexico. Do you remember that? What I'm gonna say?
I don't know. What are you going to say about Mexico? That was the worst trip of my life. Actually, I want to talk about that. This is when I learned that the free flight isn't free.
Go ahead.
They lied. They said you were friends. Flight's not free.
So what happened was,
Flight's not
I
free.
think I was living in Jersey, and Nikki called me, and she was like, "Oh my God, I came to Mexico." And
From what I thought, I was a homie, and I was getting flown out as a
got flown
friend
out.
for support. But I got flown out.
so
So I called her for backup.
Yeah, so
because I couldn't deal. I couldn't take it on by myself. I was miserable. And it's crazy because you can be in the most beautiful place in the world, the most beautiful fucking suite, but still be miserable if you're not in the right fucking company.
Oh, trust me.
Don't get flown out.
Yeah.
I
trust
mean,
me.
some people can handle it. I'm not one of those people.
But anyway, so I get there, and we made the best of the trip, and we
worked.
shot,
Yeah.
and we worked, and the person who, I guess, sponsored most of the trip, we kind of just, ignored. But anyways,
The client.
so when everything was said and done and the trip was over, and Nikki's like, "This is great. Let's do this country next, this, that." And she's like, "So just don't get pregnant, okay?" And I'm like, "Of course not."
Ironic that I said those words.
She said those exact words.
words.
And then I got home. Oh, and we were ordering room service, and I was ordering like milk and cookies and all this stuff, right?
Yeah, you were hungrier. Like we thought you were gonna get your period.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I got home and I found I was pregnant. And I felt like I had to tell my parent that I was pregnant, because she just said, "Whatever you do, don't get pregnant."
Yeah, and she was pregnant the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I said that. But go figure this out. That's how it works, you know?
So anyways, that kind of slowed us down a little bit. No, that's a lie, because then we went to Cape Verde. And that was a horrible
with your
trip,
newborn.
With my newborn.
Your newborn, just fucking no car seat, fucking hanging on somebody's fucking back.
So we're in Cape Verde, which is a country that my parents are from, and pretty conservative for the most part, and we're filming OnlyFans content out there, and my dad's helping us find the best location.
Yeah, I was camming in her dad's office because that's where the internet. That's the internet in the city. He took me to the office, shut the blinds. I'm over there like.
Anyways, so
I don't know if you should maybe cut that part out. Your dad's gonna get in trouble.
no,
Flying out
he owned the
minors.
company.
Oh, I wasn't a minor back then either.
No, we weren't minors. We were not minors.
I don't even know if that matters, but it's still fucking weird.
But no, we've been doing this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So what about now? Now we're both moms.
Yeah, and it's, everything's got to, and you should never, I mean, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be doing the same shit, right? You gotta change it up. So maybe it's a good thing.
So you're exiting this.
I'm exiting. I mean, I don't know either because I feel like I keep saying I'm leaving. I'm just like, soon.
So is it really happening?
Soon. Yeah, no, it's happening. It's happening. It has to happen. I feel like it has to happen. It's just, it has to happen. It does.
Okay, so do you feel like this is just something you want to do because you're over it, or like what is causing you?
I feel like at some point I would have to stop regardless, because having kids, we're getting older, and I kind of just like, I don't want to be like the old lady still, you know what I mean? I always was like, I'm going to be like Bernice Burgos, like, you know, still fucking old lady grandma, but maybe not doing that. Like maybe I could stop, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, and maybe if I did say, let's just say, for example, I decided like maybe I was going to keep my OnlyFans. Maybe just not like that extreme. Maybe like on
Pull
some
back to in the beginning.
maybe not even, maybe just on some like fan type shit. I want to do something else, but in the like different, like not sex.
Got it.
Like, you know what I mean? Because even like my camming stuff was really like personable. So maybe.
I remember the camming days were fun. I mean, you used to just like sit there for hours and chit
Talk. Yeah, and talk. I had like made friends, so I feel like, you know, maybe, and I don't know, maybe my friends are old. No, they don't care. They don't care about that. They want what they want. I gotta find new fans.
So you're getting new boobs.
I am getting new boobs. I was about to catch my flight. I'm getting new boobs in a couple, 3 days.
Can we talk about that? About what happened? How we went from massive big boobs to no boobs?
Yeah, it's a long story, but how do I? Okay.
I mean, so basically you were
I
going to downsize.
I don't want it to sound like boring because it's so long.
Oh, it was not boring. I was there.
Fucking bitch.
You want my perspective or you want to?
Damn, that shit was crazy too. I tell this story to like everywhere I go, like the doctor's office, the new surgeon. I'm like, you don't know what happened in DR. Remember when you had they think that like American culture is like Americans are just weak
and complaining
yes.
And
they don't want to take care of you because they think I'm asking for too much. Because in the States they're like, what's your pain level? It's the 1 through 10. How do you feel? Over there they're like, she's fine.
Yeah.
She's fine. And that's what I told them. They're like, you came in, they're like, why are you babying her? She's fine.
Well, the scene that I walked into after she got her surgery was, I walk into this hospital.
If you even want to call it a hospital.
This recovery area. And I get there and I could hear her as soon as I get off the elevator.
You could hear me?
Yes.
What was I saying?
She was just like screaming and like help. And so I get to her room and there's like dried blood all over the floor.
They were giving me a blood transfusion, which they didn't even fucking ask me. I mean, I guess they just did it, and I didn't know, and they didn't even have the needle in my vein. It was like my vein had, like, you know, it rolled or something,
yeah.
And all the blood was on the floor, and how they cleaned it up was they put a sheet on it.
Yeah.
And the whole time I kept saying, something's wrong, like, I can't breathe. I was like, I'm like choking, like it's like a desert in my throat. Like it's like I'm fucking gonna die. I'm like, I need water. They're like, you can't have water, you're dehydrated. And then come to find out I'm dehydrated because all the blood was on the fucking floor.
Yes.
I thought I was gonna die. And thank you for coming to save my life. I mean, even though they weren't letting her, she tried to bring me a pillow, and they said I couldn't bring anything. I'm basically on a fucking flat ass mattress in a fucking dungeon.
Yes, it was bad.
And that's really why. And so when I tell people, I'm like, look, I personally had a bad experience in the DR, and I wouldn't go back because my surgeon had asked to put, and I said, and there's no way in fucking hell. I would fly back there, maybe some veneers, or I mean. No, actually, I would not. Actually, I would fly over.
The dentist was even worse.
They don't numb you there. Okay,
and then the power kept going off.
I have a horrible experience in the DR, but I mean, I don't know if that's just my experience because I had a really good experience in Colombia. So I don't know. It was similar.
But needless to say, I mean, it was crazy. It was bad. It was. Yeah, it was.
We're not going back. I mean, we're going back on vacation. Yeah. Okay. We made really good friends.
No, but if you guys want to go back, we'll tell you how to do it the right way.
They're not going back for what I'm.
Not to the same people.
They're going back for what we were talking about the other day in the elevator.
Oh yeah. Okay. We'll talk about that later. But anyhow, so yeah, we've been through some crazy shit together. Like even with me. Nikki's been there for surgeries for me on my end.
Oh, yeah.
I basically waited for my second child to give birth until she arrived.
Yeah, I showed up and you're like, all right, I'm going.
Yeah, I was like, I never left my child alone. And I was like, okay, you're here. Here, nice. Did you meet her? You met her prior to that.
The baby?
We went out, yeah, Melina.
Yeah, I met Lena.
Yeah,
she
you're
was
right away.
practically born.
But yeah, and then Nikki had to take me to my surgery stuff shortly after. So yeah, we've done, dang. Considering I didn't like you, I mean.
And they say that's how the best friendships meet, is the friendships that are like,
don't really fuck with each other.
They don't fuck with you. And then after that, it's like, but I think to me, I like that the best because I think it's superficial at first. Like you don't really know them, but it's the type of person you are, is that you're not fake and that's why I don't fucking like you, because you weren't kissing my ass. And that's the kind of people I do like, is people that aren't
kissing your ass.
Just an ass kisser in general. Like I'm not like one of those, oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. Hi, da da da. And then, oh my God, your makeup's so cute. Like, no. I was like, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Like that. That's the people I vibe with. But I think that people that just aren't friends off the bat, it's kind of a good thing, because we're not kissing each other's ass.
We're
just
building.
keeping it real, and we're building, and that's why we're close now, is because
True.
we both weren't kissing each other's ass. We both
Yeah,
were like,
at
bitch,
all.
I know my shit. Do you?
Okay, but that first day we met, you remember I was on that lemony diet, and I was like so skinny, and now like what?
I mean,
life.
That's life. That's mom life.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so I don't think a lot of people know this about you, but like me and Nikki constantly bounce ideas and like entrepreneurship things. Like you're so business oriented, and I don't think people know that side of you.
100%. Like people, it doesn't even matter. Like if I was to post something, like people really, I don't even want to say underestimate, just like don't think.
When we talk about stocks, trading, we're usually ahead of the curve with a lot
But like you wouldn't think somebody who's like spreading their legs for the whatever, doing the type of shit, you wouldn't even think I could like probably have a conversation or just the shit that me and you talk about. Because when I meet people and I meet like-minded people, I'm like, damn, like I fuck with you because you talk about XYZ, but I'm like, they definitely wasn't expecting that from
come
me.
out of your mouth. Yeah.
So,
I bet.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely not, but I don't think that's ever gonna change.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's gonna be like, oh, yeah, like she would be good at. I think people probably don't think like I can do anything for myself. They're probably like,
well, I know what your next chapter is, and I'm excited when you do decide to share that. And I think
well, I mean, I'm working on it, so we're gonna see. Yeah, it's just hopefully I'm trying to do multiple other things, because it's gonna take a lot to make up for
what you were making. Yes.
Yeah. So for me to be like comfortable, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some work, you know. Yeah.
Okay. So with
we're gonna have to do something.
Definitely. So with that being said, we talked about in the past. I know a lot of people ask you for the recipe for like OnlyFans. Are you gonna pass that along? Are you gonna teach people, pass the torch? Like, what are you gonna do?
I feel like I could, but I don't know if I want to. I just don't know if I want to stay in that line of work. And the type of people in the industry, in just all of my industries, not just OnlyFans, but even like the nightlife, like all that. I'm not saying everybody, but it's hard to find like good people, good work ethic. Girls in the OnlyFans business, they're lazy because
they don't understand how much work, like how much goes.
They don't treat it like work,
Yeah.
and people with that type of it's like useless if you're gonna have somebody that's not gonna work and make the money. OnlyFans is a great opportunity if you make it work. You can't just say, I have OnlyFans, I'm gonna just do shit when I feel like it. Because the money is made so fast, people don't put it on a priority. It's just, and I do the same thing when I'm like, you know what I mean, like. I'm traveling or whatever, I'm like, okay, like I didn't post anything. Then when I feel like, oh shit, I need fucking money, let me go fucking post three. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like you really gotta put in the work. And from the people that I know, I can't say, like, say I met someone and I was like, all right, let me do your shit. Like, I gotta convince her to fucking work because, you know, it's the same thing. People would be like, can you run this bar? I'm like, I don't wanna deal with these kind of girls. Like, I wanna deal with.
No offense to those kind of girls.
No offense, because I was that girl. Yeah, 100% that girl. Just not with, I was never that girl with like my website and stuff, but like, yeah, like you know what I was? I was the worst car shower-upper. I got booked for like a car show, maybe for like every car show for the year. Never showed up to a one because I was hungover. And it's in the daytime, you know what I mean? Like, but I had to pay people because I didn't show up. Like, oh shit, my bad. I had flown out for a car show. They flew me out. I went to the place, went out. Didn't go to the car show, flew home. I had to go rebuy my ticket because they were like, we're not paying for your shit if you're not gonna go to the car show. And then they advertised I was gonna be there. And then I was like, I just can't book myself for car shows anymore. But I get what I get.
So wait, I don't really know your history of like how you started. I know, like I started modeling car shows in Hawaii, but then I moved to Atlanta. So it's like a whole different scene. So how did you start? I don't even know how that happened.
I think the car shows in Hawaii is just more like Asian.
Yeah, I was like I was Carmel because I was like one of the only black people. So
well, you said car shows in Atlanta because.
No, I didn't do car shows. I did car shows in Hawaii.
Oh, I think you meant car shows in Atlanta because I only the only car show I went to was Mark's thing.
Yeah, and that's different.
There ain't a single Asian over there,
No.
so you know what I mean. Hawaii is like Fast and the Furious vibe, you know what I mean? Yeah.
No. No, but how did you start? Like, was it after you got boobs? Like, what made you blow up? Because by the time I got back to Hawaii, you were the top.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I was probably taking pictures with some creepers.
Oh, I was
no
too.
offense, but some.
Not you guys. Not them. No, but we were like
You guys
13,
weren't there.
and they were like.
I'm gonna say I might have been younger. I was taking pictures with older guys
My
that
dad
were
found
just.
one of my CDs of pictures.
I had no boobs. Like I have pictures where I'm just like, what was I 11? Like when I think about it, but that's not. I'm just saying was trying to,
Model.
I was trying to model, and I was taking jinky pictures with random ass guys until. I really do love this story.
Okay, tell me. I want to know.
It's so good. This is like one of my favorite stories to tell. Okay. Yeah. So I was dating a guy in high school. It was my first actual boyfriend. Maybe not my first kiss, but I lost my virginity to him. We were together for I don't know, a long 4 or 5 years. It was long for me. It was serious for me. And then we broke up. And how intense my world crumbled. I was in shambles. I thought we were gonna get married. I was like, and so in my head we had broken up, but I was like, I need this man to know what the fuck he's missing out on, right? So just so happened we had just broken up. I was waitressing at Anna Miller's, and a whole bunch of guys come in, a guy I know, and I said, hey, what's up? And he's like, all the guys are asking about you. They had just came from a car show. They threw the car show. So they were like, who's the girl? And he's a photographer. And I was like, oh, he said, can we shoot? Like everybody's asking about you. I said, I don't know, and my boyfriend was crazy, like all of my boyfriends are, the ones that I like. So he wouldn't allow me to do such crazy things.
So since you weren't together.
But I was like, I want him to see me and want me back. That's all I wanted. I wanted him to see a picture of me and be like, damn, that girl's fucking, I need her back. So I said, okay, but we did the shoot. I was so shy. I was so timid. I did implied, and when he
implied for a shoot?
Yeah, I did. But listen, so. He's my friend. We were friends, since forever, right? And he's like, okay, and he kind of gives off. Oh, never mind.
She still knows him. Okay.
He's like, I don't want him to see this. No, I love him. He's my really good friend. But he makes me feel comfortable. That makes sense. Okay. So anyway, we did the shoot. He's like, oh, they slowly asked you. It was I had a bikini top at first. Then he did white
slowly.
And then can you take off your shirt? And I was like, and so the pictures came back. It was so fucking fire. These pictures, I was like, God, I couldn't even believe that was me. And this is like kind of like before too much Photoshop. Like, there wasn't.
I remember.
So I was like, damn. I was like, damn. Like those are my titties. Like those look fucking good. And but I said, you can't post that anywhere. Like just for me. I said that's too much. Like that's too hot. That's too revealing. I said no. And I only posted like one with a shirt on. And I just had those in my archive. I didn't post it. And once I did that one photo shoot, from that one photo shoot, like it was just done. Everybody was asking me to shoot. Everybody was like, oh my God, who is this fucking girl? Then my friend started taking me out, and everybody was like, who is your friend? Who is your friend? And then I was like, damn, do I really want my boyfriend back?
How quickly
and that was a wrap. rap. And that was rap. I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want this man back. And then he came knocking and I was like, I'm sorry. Like, and then now I belong to the industry. Now I'm a lifer. Look at me. I got a baby. I came right back.
When I arrived back to Hawaii as an adult, and I felt like I did good. I got in there, didn't really know anyone, and got all the top girls of Hawaii.
You came to Hawaii as an adult? I thought you grew up in Hawaii.
I grew up in Hawaii, but I'm saying Atlanta raised me. Like, I moved back when I was 25.
So you grew up in Hawaii, and then you left at what age?
I left at 17.
Okay, and then for how long were you in Atlanta?
17 to 25.
Oh, and then you came back at 25?
Yeah, I came back at 25.
So when we started shooting was when you were 25?
I was 25.
Oh, we're old.
No, we're not. Anyways,
You're giving them the timeline. You should have adjusted it a little bit.
Okay, whatever. Don't do the math.
They're gonna do the math later when you're too old, and you're gonna be like.
But when I came to Hawaii and I had to figure out the market, like who was popular, who was what, because again, I knew Atlanta's industry. I didn't know Hawaii's industry.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, and of course, like I said, I felt like I found the top people, but to me it was like clones of you and clones of Dimes. Like all the girls were like.
But that's why I feel like Hawaii's a little bit different. It's also like a lot easier.
Like you guys started the tattoos and this, and it was like after a while shooting in Hawaii, not knocking any of my wonderful customers, it felt like everyone was exactly the same.
I mean, that's what Hawaii is. That's what I was telling my teacher today. Like I was like, it's not hard because everyone just wants to do with the cosign. You know, as long as somebody else did it and their friend did it, or they know somebody that did it, then they're like, oh my God, I need to do what so-and-so did. I don't know if that's like that everywhere, but it's even more so like
because the island mentality.
Island mentality. Because I feel like it's like that everywhere. That's kind of like island vibes, slow pace. They don't know. They don't have.
Someone has to do it first, and then everyone else.
They don't have that. What is that, like the mentality to like experiment or try things or search things, or they don't even want to fly nowhere. People don't even want to go anywhere. They're like, I was talking to girls about I got quoted for my boob job in Hawaii, $19,000 for a pair of titties. You can get them in Miami for $2,000. Maybe not the best doctor, but maybe a good doctor, $6,000, $5,000, versus $19,000 for just boobs. And I was telling my homegirl, she's like, I'm going to go to the same doctor that quoted me 19. And I said, girl, go. She said, yeah, but I'm going to have to fly. I said, for that price, you can fly, you can get a nanny, you can bring all of your fucking kids and your baby dad. And get a nice fucking nurse and a fucking house. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, girl, bye. You would probably have a way better experience spending that $19,000 than giving it to a doctor and then going home to your fucking kids at your house.
Yeah, and having to heal.
Yeah, because you could have got a house with a pool. Like the DR. Okay,
so question. After the surgery thing, and yes, you're getting new boobs, but are you anti-surgery now? Like, what is your take on it? Do you feel like, based on after it happened to you, I know you started researching. I will never be anti-surgery. But I'm just letting you guys know that. But do you feel like, because I feel like you research a lot. Do you just feel like it was just like a chance situation? No, I think, and this is actually great, because I was just talking to my teacher about this too, is that women they're not transparent because they want guys to think that they just woke up like this. So like I said about I did my PMU lips, and my man's like, what the fuck is wrong with your you always gotta find everything to fucking do. You're just fucking up your face and da-da-da, like, why are you? And I'm like, I'm gonna tell you right now, you know millions of girls that you know that do this, but they didn't show you the fucked up thing. They didn't show you the healing process. So when I had problems with my surgery, I had like 90 girls hitting me up telling me, oh, the same thing had happened to me. Oh, so it's this happened to me. My really good friend was like, yeah, they had to take my boob out. I had one boob for like 3 months. They took one out because her stitches opened up too, and they had to take it out, let it heal, put it back. And she was walking around with one titty. My friend, I didn't even fucking know this. She just told me. I said, you hoes, you really everyone just keeps it a secret. Nobody wants to talk about surgery. They go on a vacation, they come back, and they're like, I went to the gym and I'm snatched. I'm not like that, but I think men don't know that girl that you checking out, you didn't realize she got some work done. She didn't tell nobody. So you're like, oh, it's just natural. Look at, she don't got no makeup on. She's got makeup on. She's using, translucent powder and fucking, whatever we bought at Sephora the other day. But yeah, I feel like that, to me, like a lot of it's misconception, because girls don't really, even like the
you know, all that stuff from the class. Like, nobody sees, like, if a guy really saw, like, the stuff
What
that
they
goes
go through.
into,
Yeah.
they would be tripping. But girls don't really, they're not gonna make them, they don't know what's going on, right? So they're not gonna be like, look at what I had to do. Even like a vampire facial, a chemical peel, you probably look like Freddy Krueger, you know, for 3 days. But nobody really
showcases that.
and nobody showcases
Okay, so
it. And
why
so
do
a
you
normal,
like to
because even
talk
on,
about
I
it?
posted my lips on socials because I can't shut up because I'm just bored. I just can't shut the fuck up. So I just post stuff because I post it, and I don't know why, but like, I just feel like keeping it real is like keeping it real. Like, I just want to share what I'm going through because I'm just like that. But people aren't like that, and then people just, I feel like their reaction. Every guy on all of my homies, they were like, "What the fuck is wrong with your face?" And every girl was like, "Damn, that looks so good. Who did it?" And I was like, "This is exactly what I'm talking about." Every girl is like, "This is completely normal. They're healing great. They don't look that bad." They're like, "Mines were scabbing and this and that." And every guy's like, "You look like you have a disease." So I'm just like, it just made me think, like, damn, girls really want guys to think that they just woke up like that, so they don't really tell people the bad part. Like, even if they had a botched surgery, they're probably not gonna go showcase it to somebody and see, like, "Oh, babe, look what happened." You know what I mean? Like,
So are you open if other females want to talk about surgery things? Like, do you think you'll give...
yeah, I'm passionate about what I'm passionate about. So if you're gonna hit me about surgery, I made friends
Yeah.
with people who had asked me about surgery. You're like, you should charge them.
Yes,
I gave
you
them
should.
all my plugs. I told them what nurses, because I'm passionate about that, and
You should
I fuck
charge.
with it. So if you're gonna hit me up, I'm gonna be just
And I'm
compelled
going to make
to
sure
talk.
she charges.
No, I'm not. I don't even want to charge because like I'm saying, I'm compelled to talk. Oh, I'm compelled to talk about it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I feel like there's like a lot of misconceptions about OnlyFans and what you do and like sex workers, and like I'm sure you get some unwanted attention and people assume you should get that attention. And how do you feel about like sex trafficking and all the negative things that come with it, and then what the reality actually is? But like, how do you keep that balance? Like, we tell people we travel and we're taking your
what's
titties out in different countries.
It's funny is because, man, girls be so fucked up. I'm fucked up because I want to look fine as fuck. I want to wear something like what a guy would be like, "You're asking for it." Yeah, I want to wear that. I want to wear something super, super hot, and I want nobody to be able to talk to me or touch me. That's why I like having a boyfriend, is because I like to go somewhere where everyone's looking at me, but nobody can talk to me because I'm spoken for. You know what I mean? But I can't wear. I feel like certain things, like when you go out, even when I go to the club and I'm not with a guy, I'm like, I find the promoter, put me in a section somewhere. I don't want to talk to nobody. But why did I get dressed up like that if you don't want no one to talk to?
Yeah, but it's about the fashion.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Guys will say that.
You're asking.
Why would you want to look this way and then complain about getting hit on? I have no fucking clue. But I want to know I got it, but I'm not trying to give it away. But I still want to feel
Wear what we
myself.
wanna wear.
And I do feel like for women, girls, it's so much about looks. It's so much about how hot you are. Guys aren't really like, it's not really like that for guys. I mean, it is a little bit, but it's not really. And then, girls got to have kids. So you just like need the boost of self-confidence. So sometimes I could be, and I don't have like the best self-confidence. Like I kind of have like a little bit, clearly body dysmorphia is one of them. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like if I had the best self-confidence, I wouldn't be out here going to get surgery and this and that and trying to all this beauty stuff, because obviously I'm trying to be, I don't feel like it's enough.
Yeah, but do you feel like because of the industry that you're in, that you're constantly keeping up though?
I feel like even if you're not in the industry, women in general have to keep up with. You think your regular ass girl is looking at these perfect ass snatched models and this and that. Even like how we said, it's not even models anymore. It's everybody doing their Valentine's Day shoot, their birthday shoot, and they're doing Photoshop, and they're doing this, and everyone's getting their BBLs and their veneers, and you know what I mean, their weaves, and everybody's perfect. And in this whole thing with social media and it being perfect, girls have to feel like they're not perfect. And like even I could get dressed up and for a picture look so cute, but in your everyday life, when you're at home with your kids, you know you got your bun, you got no makeup, you look busted as hell. You do not feel cute. Like you feel horrible, and you're taking care of your kids. You don't even have time to look in the mirror. Your girls got their hair braided, this and that, and you look like a hot mess. I mean, I'm not even saying it, but I know it because I know, and we be FaceTiming. We don't. We look horrible. Our kids look great. I feel like sometimes you just gotta put on a little makeup and look cute. So it's hard, but I do get scared, and I don't like put myself in situations like on purpose. Like I'm a planner, so I wouldn't be in a situation. I don't even like going to my Uber. Like somebody better walk me to the Uber. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I have a curfew, like I gotta go home. I'm planning like. You know what I mean? I don't even want to walk to anywhere alone. I'm nervous.
So when you think about it, we both plan. I feel like I plan a little better for vacations. No offense.
But even vacations, I just got in the Uber somewhere, and I thought about you going to the fucking to the big old house in DR
by myself.
By yourself.
Because Nikki didn't plan my flight
like
properly
staff.
And had me landing at midnight. And she landed the next day.
Listen,
at 11 a.m.
I just canceled my flight right now, so let's just. You want to balance it? Okay. All right.
But no, when like I travel a lot solo, and I think being aware anything could happen anywhere. Unfortunately,
oh, it's happening.
Yeah.
I think people today overdo sex trafficking. Like we think everybody's a sex trafficker, and they're not. I think because everyone's even more. I don't even know if it's really happening, but I think I'm like, oh my God. I think people are gonna steal my daughter.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, no. Every slow car I see, I'm like, they're gonna fucking sex traffic me.
And I wouldn't do good.
My boyfriend's like, they don't want your old ass. But they're gonna take rubble.
Don't say that.
That's what he says. Like, they don't want shit to do with you. I said, you don't know that? They got a clearance.
I think it's like.
What are they? What,
I don't know.
If they sex traffic you, they're gonna do what they do on Taken, right? Is that what? That's what
I would
it
just
is, right?
die.
No, but I'm asking you. So sex trafficking is what happens on Taken. They take you and they drug you and they sell you.
I think so. And then you're addicted to drug. But you would have an upper hand here. I would.
What did you give me? I feel fine.
Exactly. I would be dying.
I need more. What is this? I'm fucking fine.
Is it the good stuff? Where's the good shit?
This shit is trash. I'm sorry. No, so this is the funniest thing is like I'm over here, so I'm talking to the girl that's gonna hire me. It's for me to work my new endeavor. And she's like, oh, you know, setting me up where I'm gonna work with her. And she's like, I'm so excited to have a regular job and be normal and just not do, you know, like like come in Monday to Friday and just work regular. And then I'm like, and she's over here asking me like, I just want to stop working. Nobody wants to work. Everybody wants to do what I do, and I'm over here trying to do like just fit in and be a regular person contributing to society, like not taking off my clothes. Which is, but do I really want that? Because I don't know. That's why it's a tough call, because you got everybody asking, oh, how can I do this without showing my face? What about just my feet? What about this? How can I make money? Or even the people that are doing the most, they're asking for their tips and how, like, what do I do to sell this? And, you know, like, and it's hard. And you think OnlyFans is so amazing because it gives you the opportunity to work from home, raise your fucking kids, do everything that you want, and it gives you the opportunity of having time and being able to do it wherever you want. You could fly anywhere. You could have the luxury of having whatever schedule you want.
It was the first work from home.
It was. And to me, I love it. I love it. It helped me be able to stay home and raise my daughter. So I think it's fucking amazing. But at what cost? Because the things that you do have to give up is that you walk out of your house, well, somebody stares at you a little bit too long, you don't know they're watching your shit. And then, you come back on.
Oh my God, can we talk, not to cut you off, but can we talk about like some of the harassment you got like from your apartment complex and different stuff?
Damn, I'm gonna end it though. Okay, I have a few things.
Okay, like what are the pros and cons?
I'm gonna make it short.
Okay,
and that's a thing. To me, that's the pros is what I just said. The pros is, it's wonderful. It's a lot of money, and you can't make that kind of money unless you're probably like putting in a lot of hours and you are owning your own business and you're getting like a huge cut, because there's just, and OnlyFans has the opportunity to even make more than that. Like the opportunity is like endless. Like people are making millions. And
Yes.
you can't do that at majority of the jobs that you're going to have,
Okay. And what are the cons?
And the cons are that, what I said, like you walk outside, you don't know if somebody stares a little bit too long. I have had people message me and say, hey, I saw you with your baby dad going to get his hair cut. And I mean, we weren't even together at that time, but I'm just like, damn, you're sitting in the chair next to him and you've seen his baby mom naked. You know what I mean? Like, and you don't know who has seen you. So if you walk out and you're from a small place like me, you go somewhere and somebody stares at you a little bit longer, you're like, oh, he's on my OnlyFans. You know what I mean? And not only that is like, you think about the search, because people take your videos and they post it on
different
Pornhubs
platforms.
and this and that. Like if you were, and that's the thing too, I tell people, I'm like, I mean, a lot of your guy friends or people will be like, hook me up with some videos, da da da, like let me, and I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you, go Google it because you can find it. People bootleg it and it's there. Don't ask me, go look for yourself. It's there. There's free shit there. There's free stuff on the internet, and that's the downfall. But to me, I think there's got to be. I know the internet is forever, but there's got to be a timeline where things stay on, because like World Star Hip Hop is down. They shut down the website.
Oh, okay.
So like the videos that we had, they're not there.
Originally,
Because I feel like that was one of the top things that would pop up in the search thing, and
Now
it's nudity. That's gone. So that's one thing. So then if you keep taking off, slowly by slowly the website gets shut down. Another one, say Pornhub changes to, I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe these accounts is it really forever?
Not for Beyonce, but I don't know if you're Beyonce.
What do you? Oh, because she can just
She
shut
could
it
get
down.
anything taken.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that my game plan was like change my last name, maybe.
Like
Right?
as a whole.
As a whole, so I just kind of start anew.
New life somewhere, and no one will know where you're.
And no one will know. I mean, yeah, but sometimes people find things out. But I mean, I don't think I'm going to be doing anything like super, like where I don't need to. But at some point, yeah. But anyway, so my advice. My advice to being successful in OnlyFans is, this is like some Kim Kardashian shit. Get off your ass and fucking work. No, but that's the truth. Don't be lazy. Don't be like only post stuff when you need money. You treat it like a business. You treat it like work. You schedule that you gotta shoot content on Monday and you gotta shoot content on Friday and you gotta edit on whatever, and you have a posting schedule, and you know what I mean? Like, you plan it out, you'll be making money. But if you treat it like a hobby, you're gonna get hobby money. Yeah, you could make a couple grand here and there and treat it like shit. But if you really put your mind to it and really, because there are fat girls, there are ugly girls, there is all types of girls,
Everybody
and
has
they're
a
making,
type.
everyone has a type.
Yeah.
There's a person for everybody, so it doesn't matter. That's like the strip club. I worked at a strip club. Every girl's got their customers. It doesn't matter. They got fat girls making millions of dollars.
Nothing's wrong with fat girls.
I'm sorry. I said it twice, huh?
Yes.
I said it twice. Okay, yeah. They got skinny girls, they got fat girls, they got all kind of girls. You're like, why are you discriminating? No. Yeah, okay.
So basically, if people are going to do it, they need to do it the right way and put in the effort and realize it's not that easy. Because I have people ask me all the time.
And everyone asks me about it, thinking that it's easy, and I'm not gonna lie. It is not like working a 9 to 5. You know me. I've had 7 jobs in one. Like, I worked 7 days a week before. I know what hard work is, and that's not something that's time consuming. It is hard because of the type of stuff you have to sacrifice. It's hard because you have to be degraded, you have to lie, you have to act like, I mean, you could get an agency though and they could talk to them for you, but you have to put on your happy face, you have to pretend you want that dick picture. Yeah.
And that it looks great.
You have to, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, and you're not always in the mood. Sometimes you're like, I don't, this is not, and some girls are like actually into it. I'm not one of them.
If people actually knew, Nikki is one of the non-whore friends that I have.
I'm really not, and I just lie. I play a hoe online, and I'm not, I want to be a hoe for my man. That's it. But if I don't like you, I'm lying.
She's only saying this because she's quitting.
What do you mean?
Otherwise, you're ruining your whole fan base right now. But
no, I always tell people that.
But anyways, I think I know what you're about to do, and I'm excited when you're ready.
I'm trying to go and be a little bit normal,
straight and
narrow, and you know, if you guys are mad at me, you know, maybe in time I'll crack and come back. But you know.
Okay, but I have one request. Nikki will debut, if she does not do it on OF, the new boobs first here. Deal?
Okay, I mean, with like some sensors or
yeah, no, not I mean like clothes.
Oh, okay.
This is a family show, I think.
And cut.